Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing good. I had an experience last night that I wanted to share. It might help one person, and so I'm gonna post it. My brother's in town, and last night he wanted to watch a horror movie, and immediately I was thinking, wow, I used to love horror movies. I used to watch Jeepers Creepers. I used to watch all kinds of horror movies, and I just love the Halloween season. I still do love the autumn season, but I don't celebrate Halloween at all like I used to. And so my brother was kind of going on Netflix and watching a bunch of trailers of horror movies, and I was sitting there on the couch and I was thinking, oh man, I'm so glad I'm not drawn to this type of thing anymore. There's all kinds of hideous creatures, all kinds of panic and fear and slashers and all kinds of craziness. And I thought, man, I could never watch any of these movies now. Well, so I told my brother, I go, hey man, you do your thing. I think I'm gonna pass out. Because again, I don't want to tell people how to live their lives. It's not cool to, hey man, I don't think you should. You turn this off. I'll give my quick 2 cents and I'll go about my way. I don't want to seem like I'm forcing anybody to live the way that I live. But so I went to bed and I had all kinds of dreams about pornography, man. I was watching videos of corn. I was looking at the TV in my dream. There was just all corn everywhere. Girls were jumping into my bed, all kinds of craziness. And I thought, hey, what the heck? I woke up in the morning. I'm like, oh man, I was so relieved that I didn't watch anything. I was so relieved that I didn't actually go down that path. It was just a dream. And I was disgusted, to be honest, with what I'd seen in the dream. And I was also so grateful to God. I immediately got on my knees and I said, God, I'm so grateful that I'm not drawn to these things. I'm so grateful to be free. I feel so good knowing that I'm not hooked like a fish with a hook in the mouth. I'm free to do what I want. And I was like, God, just continue to purify my eyes and my heart. That's all I care about. I want nothing to do with all this. But I wanted to share this video because I believe that if you have a TV in your house or any medium, and you're letting in darkness, you're letting in that spirit that's fear, self-doubt, panic. There's a lot of horror movies that show nudity and stuff and whatever. It's not whatever, it's wrong. But I just want to say, if you're letting that into your house, I do believe that spirits are coming in and they're trying to get attached to you. Like last night in my dream world, they were coming in trying to infiltrate my temple, and so that they could find a place and get attached to me again. But I don't have any place for something like that in my life anymore. And so I made that connection because I really grew up loving horror movies. I loved them. And what a surprise. I was hooked on drugs, alcohol, and fopping, fornication, all kinds of things. I think that once you open up that door to spirits, they'll come in. They'll attach themselves to you. And before you know it, you're going to be riding on a 10, 15, 20-year addiction. You're gonna have to clean up your temple because you let them in. And I just wanted to share that, for you young kids or anybody that thinks the season's here for Halloween. I want to watch some horror movies. Honestly, I get it. I'd still like suspenseful movies. I still like to be entertained. But man, when things get too dark, you just gotta turn away. Or if you don't heed this warning, well, you're gonna let that get played in your house, and you might be strong enough to think, oh, that's wrong, it's just a movie, no big deal, I'm gonna say my prayers tonight. But what about the person next to you? What about your kids? The kids, I feel like spirits are very easy. They go for kids because they can attach onto kids easier, and then kids have more life to live of addiction, that they want to get you early in this thought pattern. So it might sound crazy to some, I get it, but I truly believe, I haven't had dreams of pornography in a long time. And sure enough, we were over there watching trailers to horror movies. And then all of a sudden, I was battling for my life last night watching all kinds of corn everywhere, man. It was crazy. So I wanted to share that the season's here. Maybe it helps one person. Maybe you're strong enough. You don't need this. I get it. But really, you got to consider the people around you that don't have that spiritual strength. You're opening the door for them to get hooked on some things that, you wouldn't want to be hooked on, and you wouldn't want to be susceptible, to a stronger power that can come and overtake you. Somebody that's not spiritually strong, well, that strong man will just come in and pin you down because you don't actually have the word of God. You don't actually have faith. You don't actually have prayer. So that spirit comes in and just weighs that person down easily. The spirit, I believe an evil spirit can weigh down just a regular person living in the flesh. Well, they have no spiritual power. Of course they're going to be weighed down in addictions. Who knows what the spirit's going to start spewing in their mind? Hey, homosexual thoughts, adultery thoughts, hatred, and violent thoughts. I don't know, but this is just my 2 cents, guys. I will not be putting on I don't watch horror movies. I haven't for the past very long time. I've been giving them up. And like I said, I loved it. Like, that's honest from me. I was always a kid that liked to be scared, man. I loved Goosebumps growing up, the books. I love Jeepers Creepers. But you know what? When you keep, stomping on your spirit with, when I'd be watching Jeepers Creepers, when you keep letting that come over you and stomping on self-confidence, stomping on your prayer life, stomping on, your faith walk, well, what are you going to have left, man? You're going to be hunched over and you're going to feel weak and tired and you're going to be in despair. Okay. And I don't really want that for anybody. And I really should go home tonight and, have a real honest conversation with my brother that, man, let's just give this stuff up. Cause I know he's struggling with some things and it's like, don't add to your struggles. But anyway, this video is getting kind of long. This is just my 2 cents. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just saying that's my experience. All I had to do was watch a little bit of horror trailers last night. And man, those spirits were pouncing on me last night. Oh, you open the door, Thomas? We're coming. We want you back, buddy. But I'm telling you, I was seeing some graphic things, in and out type action. It was crazy. I was like, and these spirits want me back so bad. If you open the door to them, man, they're gonna come running in, and they have no place in my life, man. So, with that being said, I don't think it's a coincidence. Last night was the only time we dabbled in some horror, and then look at my dreams. So, anyways, I'm just going in circles, but have a good rest of your day. I might make another video here before I go inside and start studying the stock market. Jerome Powell's coming out. He's going to cut rates, maybe a quarter point, half a point. We'll see. We're going to find out. So I'm really excited for that as I'm a stock and crypto trader. Anyways, take care.